pumupunta ako doon sa mga bookstore, nakikita ko hindi lang 3 yung archangel doon.
Yes,
Marami
yes.
pala. Ano po yung masasabi niyo po doon?
Yung mga pangalan, yung 4 na pangalan, no? Uriel, Barakiel, Selchiel, saka si Judiel,
Opo.
they came from non-canonical books, ano po, yung hindi accepted sa Biblia. Kung kaya't sinasabi po ng simbahan natin na maging maingat tayo, we don't venerate them by name because hindi sila pinangalanan doon sa sacred scriptures talaga natin. And in fact, this was formally announced by there was a council in Rome in 745.
Opo.
Ang Pope natin noon ay si Pope Saint Zachary, ano po, Zacharias.
Opo.
And then, isa ito sa define nila na there are only 3 archangels who are named and therefore we are to venerate them, to pray to them. And then, while we accept that there are 7 archangels, the other 4, they are not to be named. Wala silang pangalan, but we accept them as naandun sila. 7 archangels, but only 3 are named. Tamang-tama lang yung topic natin, the angels of the Lord, at saka yung gospel reading natin for the day, for this 4th Sunday of Advent, ay nakatuon sa Annunciation, na kung saan the angel Gabriel, the archangel Gabriel, na nagpakita ho siya sa mahal na ina natin upang ipaalam sa mahal na ina na magiging nanay siya ng anak ng Diyos. Kaya tumpak na tumpak po yung gospel reading natin ngayon.
Balikan po natin, Bishop, yung mga pangyayari natin sa ating Family Catechesis on Air dahil naging journey po natin ito ngayon. Journey po natin lalong-lalo na sa Advent season.
Yes,
At
Father
ngayon na
Joey.
yung pinaka-highlight kasi 4th Sunday of Advent ngayon. Yung episode 1 po natin, ang topic po natin ay yung folk Catholicism
And
and
superstitions.
superstitions.
Yes.
Na, ano po yung naalala niyo po doon sa ating topic na yun po?
Yeah, about folk Catholicism,
Yung highlight po.
hindi po natin sinasabi na lahat ng mga folk practices natin ay masama. Tinitingnan po ng simbahan, meron naman pong accepted at meron pong hindi. Yung pong hindi natin accepted, hindi natatanggap ng simbahan dahil may hadlang, yun ang tinatawag natin na mga superstitious belief po. So sa first episode natin, na-explain po natin ito. Ano ho?
Yon. At saka unti-unti nating nililinis yung
Yes.
yung ating daan. No?
Yeah.
Sabi doon ni San Juan, prepare the way of the Lord. No?
Yes, purification ng ating pananampalataya. Ano ho?
Opo. Tapos sa second episode po, ang topic natin ay yung
Occult practices at saka yung psychic healing powers naman ho.
Opo.
Kasi tayong mga Pilipino, mahilig ho tayong pag kunting sakit, kunting lagnat, nagtatakbo tayo sa mga occult practitioners.
Opo.
And in the process tayo nagiging occult practitioners din pag nangunguyang tayo, nag-o-offer ng mga food offerings, nag-iihaw ng mga manok para sa mga offerings sa mga spirito, we become also occult practitioners in the process. And so we become contaminated. Again, the need to purify again also our faith.
At doon po natin na mas nakikita kung saan nanggagaling yung mga powers
Yes.
doon, no? Kung sa Diyos ba 'yon o sa hindi sa Diyos.
Yes, yun ang pinagninilayan natin sa bawat kilos natin, lalong-lalo na when we deal with occult practices. Yes,
Opo.
Father.
Tapos yung journey natin nag-continue hanggang dumating tayo sa 3rd Sunday of Advent, ang linggo ng galak.
Yes.
At yung topic po natin sa episode na yon, yung tinatawag nating disturbances
Of the evil spirits, no?
spirits.
How the evil spirits disturb us, no? At na-mention natin na number 1, ordinary disturbance ay yung temptation. Hindi sila nagpapakita pero they are most effective. Ano po? Number 2, that's ordinary. Number 2 naman yung extraordinary. Itong nagpaparamdam na talaga sila. At na-mention natin last Sunday, obsession, oppression, possession, tsaka infestation sa mga lugar, mga hayop, at mga bagay-bagay po.
Opo, at saka na-mention po doon kung yung mga openings.
Yes, yung mga openings.
Paano
Oo.
nakakapasok yung disturbances ng evil spirit sa ating buhay.
Totoo.
Yung
Na-mention natin yon. Number 1 is kung tayo po nagiging occult practitioner.
Opo.
Okay. Pangalawa ay kung bukas yung third eye po natin.
Opo.
Pangatlo, may mga traumas tayo, may mga galit, may mga takot tayo sa puso natin, lalong-lalo na yung mga experiences sa past natin na hindi pa tayo naka-move on. Nakukulong tayo sa past, ika nga, ano po. At saka yung pang-apat, yung sinful lifestyle, no? Matagal na tayong hindi nagsisimba, hindi nakaka-receive ng sacrament yung mga bata, hindi pa nabibinyagan, yung mga ganun na example po na parang malayo tayo sa Panginoon.
At ngayon, nandito na tayo sa ika-4 na linggo
Aha,
ng
okay.
ating Advent season at ang topic natin ay yung angels of God.
Yes, Father Joey,
Kasi dapat
importante po nito.
Importante ito dahil dito nagmumula ang dapat nating understanding kung bakit merong pumasok sa buhay nating mga superstitious beliefs, bakit na may influence yung mga occult practices na sinasabi natin,
Yes,
at
opo.
bakit saan ba nagmula itong mga evil spirits na ito.
Totoo, Father
Kung
Joey.
hindi natin malalaman at maintindihan yung kwento ng the angels of God.
Totoo, Father Joey. Importante po ito. At we always begin with the chapter 12 of Revelation po, ano? Ito ho, and will I read it, Father Joey?
Sige po.
Okay,
Sige
sige.
po.
Mukhang nawala ako sa role ko.
Sige, pero tuwang-tuwa po ako. Tuwang-tuwa po ako kasi spontaneous tayo at gustong-gusto niyong basahin. Basahin niyo na po.
Okay, sige. Mamaya ako nang magtatanong sa iyo. Okay, ito po yung Revelation chapter 12 verses 7 to 9. Then war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels battled against the dragon. The dragon and its angels fought back, but they did not prevail, and there was no longer any place for them in heaven. The huge dragon, called the devil and Satan, who deceived the whole world, was thrown down to earth, and its angels were thrown down with it. So yun po yung Revelation chapter 12 verses 7 to 9, Father Joey.
Opo. Dragon.
Dragon.
Bakit dragon?
Alam niyo po, this was Lucifer.
Oh.
At si Lucifer ho, he was the right-hand angel of the Lord. Siya yung most trusted angel and the highest of all the angels, the most beautiful and the most intelligent. But because of pride, he rebelled against the Lord, taking with him 1/3 of the angels. And now he was called dragon or dragon. Bakit ba? 'Di ba sa mga drawing, Father Joey, yung dragon pangit, 'di ba?
Opo.
And I think that is true kasi pag tayo lumalayo tayo sa Panginoon, nawawala yung integrity ng kaluluwa natin, yung grace, the presence of the Lord. Kaya unti-unting pumapangit tayo hanggang maging pangit tayo. Kaya nagiging dragon
Nagiging halimaw.
Halimaw, yun yung
Halimaw,
isang word,
Opo.
very nagdidepict kung ano yung nangyayari sa atin. We become distorted, no, because of sin. And the farther we go away from the Lord, the more dragon-like we become.
Nagiging monster.
Monster, yes, totoo po.
Kasi yung description niyo po kanina, sabi niyo si Lucifer siya at siya yung pinaka-intelligent at pinaka-beautiful na angel ng God.
Opo, Father Joey.
Tapos yung kasalanan po niya, yung sabi niyo po yung pride. Bakit po? Anong nangyari?
This is not explicitly written in the sacred scriptures, but we can infer, and this is the inference, the conclusion of many theologians, that the angels must have been given foreknowledge by the Lord. Parang future, parang pinakita sila anong mangyayari sa future, and this would concern man and woman, no? Pinakita kasi ang mga anghel, they were perfect beings, far perfect than man and woman. And then pinakita ng Panginoon ang mangyayari sa future, yung kasalanan ng tao, and the two things that God will do. Number one, He will become man in the person of the second in His Son, the second person of the Blessed Trinity we call Jesus Christ. God becoming man.
Ayun yung announcement ni Saint Gabriel, Archangel, ngayong araw na ito.
Precisely, the announcement, ano po. And then pangalawa, sa plano ng Diyos na iligtas ang tao, at saka ang Diyos ay magiging tao, how will this be? He was planning to have a woman become the mother of God and the queen of heaven and earth, the queen of angels, much higher in dignity than the angels themselves. And Lucifer and 1/3 of his companions cannot accept this, that a woman, no, would become their queen, and that God would go down as man. this Lucifer cannot accept. He cannot worship a God who will become man. And he cannot venerate a woman who will be their queen. Because of pride, he was only thinking of himself. Kaya doon nagrebelde siya kasama yung 1/3 of the angels.
Yung rebellion na yon, ang pinagmulan niya yung pride nila.
Pride. Ano ho? At saka sa chapter 12 ng Revelation verse 4 ay nakalagay po doon. And 1/3 of the angels went with Lucifer. Kasama doon because of pride in their hearts. They could not accept. Kasi paano ba pumasok yung pride? Because they were thinking only of themselves.
Opo.
Nakalimutan po nila, Father Joey, that they were just creatures of the Lord. They were that God created them.
Opo.
Parehas lang po sa atin, sa ating tao. We are creatures. And the spirits also are creatures. That they were just created by the Lord. So that natural lang na sentro ang Panginoon sa buhay natin. Ang naging sentro nila, ang sarili nila.
Hindi ba yung tao ay kinreate ni God with His own image and likeness?
Yes.
Tapos yung tao merong intellect
Yes.
and will. Yung mga angels po ba, merong mga intellect and will?
Yes, Father Joey, no? Unang-una, the angels are pure spirits ho sila. Wala silang katawan, ano ho?
Opo.
Tulad ng tao, may katawan tayo, may kaluluwa tayo. The spirits are pure angels.
Opo.
And they have free intellect and free will also.
Opo.
So, they have the power to decide ano yung masama, ano yung hindi. And they have the power to choose. Ano ho?
Opo.
They are free to do that. Bakit binigyan ng freedom ng Panginoon ng angels, saka tayo?
Opo.
Because freedom is a sign of real love. Di ba yung kinakasal, Father Joey?
Opo.
Tinatanong, babae, tinatanggap mo ba ang lalaki na ito? Hindi ka ba, are you not coerced?
Opo.
The same with the man to the woman.
Opo.
Pag sinabi nila, yes, we love each other, we were not coerced, no? We do this out of freedom and free will, then that is real love. Totoong pagmamahal.
Ibig sabihin yung 1/3 ng mga angels na sumunod kay Lucifer, ibig sabihin with all their freedom, pinili nila at ginusto yun. Gamit ng kanilang intellect at will.
Totoo, Father Joey. With all their knowledge, far superior than man and woman,
Opo.
with all their knowledge, with all their abilities and power, ay pinili pa rin nila na magrebelde sa Panginoon.
Di paano po, example, merong isang tao na may third eye at may encounter siya ng mga demonyo at sabi ng demonyo gusto nilang bumalik sa langit, napasama lang sila sa grupo nila Lucifer. Ibig sabihin nun, walang walang value pala yon. Kasi nung una't simula pa lang alam na nila ang pinipili nila.
Yes, tinatawag po natin yan, Father Joey, na they have made a definitive choice
Opo.
of which there is no backing out because that is their choice and forever. Definitive choice to rebel against the Lord. Kung sa ating tao pa, maikukumpara natin yan, kailan mangyayari yung definitive choice that there's no backing out? At the moment of death. Di ba, pag namatay na tayo, pag pinili natin, we are for the Lord, then the Lord will bring us to heaven, to salvation.
Opo.
Pag pinili naman ng isang kaluluwa, ng isang tao that he will rebel against the Lord, then the Lord cannot do anything because the soul, the person, when he died, has made a definitive decision already. So ganun din po yung nangyari sa mga angel. Ano ho? It was a definitive decision on their part. Maraming nagtatanong, Bishop, di po ba maawain ang Diyos? Bakit hindi niya patawarin yung mga angels?
Opo.
There's nothing wrong with the mercy of the Lord, Father Joey. It is perfect. It can be given. Ang problema lang ho, doon sa will, sa freedom ng mga angels.
Opo.
Because they have made a definitive decision already. There's no turning back for them. That is their decision already. Period. No?
Ang ganda po natin pakinggan yung sinasabi ni Bishop ang pagtatalakay natin ngayon. Alam natin kahit tayong tao merong intellect at will.
Yes.
And will. Sana po magamit natin ito.
In fact, nangyari din yan sa nangyari din yan kay Adan at Eva. At hanggang ngayon nangyayari yan, di ba?
Opo.
We have the freedom, we have the intellect, we have the know-how, especially Adam and Eve. Ano po? They were kind of perfect creatures, and yet they succumbed to temptation. Na-tempt ho sila ni Lucifer.
Dahil sa pride.
Dahil sa pride, again, they want to build a life of their own, no? Centered on themselves, the power that God has given them.
Ibig sabihin kahit pala may pride sa tao ito, yung tao kahit may pride, pero kung pinipili niya na i-renounce ang pride na ito at i-embrace yung humility, magagawa niya dahil may
Yes.
freedom siya.
Dahil may freedom siya, oo. And sa ating turo, Father Joey, real freedom can only be had in God. We can only have real freedom in God because in the first place, it is God who created us. Ano po? Ang purpose ng buhay natin ay nasa kamay ng ating Panginoon.
Ano po yung papel ni Saint Michael Archangel sa pangyayari doon sa 1/3 of angels na
Yeah.
yun? Ano po yung papel?
Si Lucifer, Father Joey, was a seraphim. He was the highest of all the angels, di ba? Meron tayong 9 choirs of angels, ano po?
Opo.
And the seraphim, the highest choir.
Opo.
And then, second to the last, the 8th, are the archangels.
Opo.
And Michael is one of the archangels. Ano po? Now, see, the pride of Lucifer going against the humility of Michael, so that because God saw how ardent, how deep the devotion and love of Michael to God, to himself, so that he elevated Michael into the realm of leadership among all the angels.
Kaya nga po, kasi halimbawa, may 9 choirs of angels, ibig sabihin, hierarchical sila.
Yes, merong hierarchy.
At nandun sa first, sa top position ng hierarchy, si Lucifer.
Yes.
Sa siyam na yan, ika-8 lang ang mga archangels.
Yes, totoo, Father Joey. So,
Opo.
para bang yung conclusion natin is humility defeated pride.
Oh, okay.
Pride was defeated by humility.
Opo.
Ano po?
Oo.
So, that's the role of Saint Michael now. He is now the general, so to say, the leader of all the angels in heaven.
Yes, we have the archangels po, Bishop. Sabi nila marami yung archangel, pero parang 3 lang yung kilala natin.
Opo, the sacred scripture would mention 7 archangels, but only 3 are mentioned. Kaya sila yung mga familiar po natin.
Opo.
Si Saint Michael, Saint Gabriel, at saka si San Raphael. At because napangalanan po sila sa sacred scripture, the church is encouraging us to do veneration and prayers to them. Sa 3 yan po.
Di paano po minsan pumupunta ko doon sa Shopee, pumupunta ko doon sa mga bookstore, nakikita ko hindi lang 3 yung archangel doon.
Yes,
Marami
yes.
pala. Ano po yung masasabi niyo po doon?
Yung mga pangalan, yung 4 na pangalan, no? Uriel, Barakiel, Selchiel, saka si Judiel,
Opo.
they came from non-canonical books, ano po, yung hindi accepted sa Biblia. Kung kaya't sinasabi po ng simbahan natin na maging maingat tayo, we don't venerate them by name because hindi sila pinangalanan doon sa sacred scriptures talaga natin. And in fact, this was formally announced by there was a council in Rome in 745.
Opo.
Ang Pope natin noon ay si Pope Saint Zachary, Zacharias.
Opo.
And then, isa ito sa dinefine nila na there are only 3 archangels who are named, and therefore we are to venerate them, to pray to them. And then, while we accept that there are 7 archangels, the other 4, they are not to be named. Wala silang pangalan, but we accept them as naandun sila. 7 archangels, but only 3 are named. And we are discouraged to name our guardian angels.
Opo.
Alam mo, Father Joey, nung first year high school ako sa seminaryo, awang yung lesson namin about guardian angel, pinangalanan ko yung guardian angel ko. Binaligtad ko lang yung pangalan ko. So, Marvin, naging Nivram, and then yung Maceda, naging Adekam.
Okay.
For how many months? Talagang tinatawag ko siya, Nivram Adekam, please tulungan mo ako tulungan mo ko sa pag-aaral, may exam kami bukas. Until finally I learned that hindi pala ito maganda. Masama ito kasi baka pasukan ng ibang spirito. Kaya when I learned of this, pari na ako, I renounced this practice. Before the Blessed Sacrament, I prayed, Lord Jesus, in your name, I renounce yung practice ko na tinatawag ko sa pangalan na ito ang aking guardian angel. I have to renounce that.
Bishop, may sinasabi kang guardian angels.
Opo.
Ibig sabihin nito, ang mga anak ng Diyos, tayo po,
Yes.
individually, may personal po tayong guardian angels.
Opo, Father Joey, totoo po yan. Kasi yung 9 choirs of angels po, merong kanya-kanyang role.
Opo.
Yung unang 3 ho, seraphim, cherubim, at saka yung thrones, they are concerned mostly doon sa trono ng Panginoon. They are near the Lord. And then yung pangalawang set naman ng tatlong angels, yung tinatawag natin na dominations, virtues, and powers, they are in charge of the universe. Yung harmony, the moon, the stars, the season. At yung last three, yun ang principalities, archangels at angels, they are concerned with the world, with the created world. At yung pinaka lowest, the angels, they are our guardian angels. At sabi ho sa CCC, sa Catechism of the Catholic Church, that each one of us, lahat ho tayong mga tao, merong guardian angel from the moment of conception, from the womb up to the tomb. We are guarded by our guardian angels.
Pwede po silang tawagin.
Yes, but not named. Huwag pangalanan.
Opo.
Guardian angel lang yung ipangalan sa kanila.
Sa panahong natatakot tayo, nalulungkot tayo, pwede silang tawagin.
Yes, in times na natatakot tayo, we can pray to them and ask for their intercession. In fact, ito po yung hinaing, sabihin na natin, ni Padre Pio. Kasi sabi ni Padre Pio, the guardian angels, kasi si Padre Pio, may experience na kanyang guardian angels. He was protected always, every day, every night. And then sabi niya, call on your guardian angels. He is just beside you. He is a friend. Kung may panahon na nalulungkot ka at naiiyak ka and nobody is listening to you, you can unburden. Pwede kang mag-share sa guardian angel mo in prayer. Ask for his help because the guardian angel is there, sent by the Lord to help us out.
Paano naman po yung hindi mga angels na yung tinatawag natin yung 1/3 na yon, yung fallen angels na yun?
Opo,
Ano
Father
pong
Joey.
nangyari sa kanila?
Doon po sa binasa natin, chapter 12 ng Revelation, natalo sila ni Michael,
Opo.
and then they were thrown by the Lord to the earth.
Okay.
Okay, kaya
Dito sila
ayun,
ngayon.
nandito po sila ngayon. Ano ho?
Hindi naman namin makita.
Hindi po natin sila nakikita, but naandun sila sa mga lugar na walang tao, hindi sila madidisturbo, madidilim, ano ho? Naandun din sila sa mga naabandonang mga lugar.
Ano bang ibang pangalan ng fallen angels na ito?
Other names of the fallen angels are devils, demons, Lucifer, Satan, pare-pareha po sila.
Yawa,
Yawa, sa atin ano ho? Yawa, demonyo,
panulay.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yun po yung tawag sa kanila.
Ano naman yung mga tamaho, engkanto?
Tamaho is Encanto.
Opo, ano ba yun? Mga
Okay.
engkanto.
Yung mga white lady, yung mga
ladies,
duwende.
Yung mga duwende. Ano po sila? Kasama po sila doon.
Opo, Father Joey, they are also the devils, the demons, that we see physically sometimes, dahil baka bukas yung third eye, para silang may physical manifestations, but we are not to be deceived. Huwag po tayong magpa-deceive because they are the demons themselves. They are the demons themselves. Kasi merong iba naririnig ako, Father Joey, sinasabi na, Bishop, Father, okay lang naman makipagkaibigan sa duwende kasi white na duwende, white lady. Yung black lady, yun ang masama. Pero ang white lady, ay naku, okay po yan, lalo na't kung maganda. Pero hindi po, Father Joey, kahit yan white lady maganda, kahit black lady, pink lady, white na duwende, itim na duwende, violet na duwende, lahat po sila, they are the demons, they are the devils.
Ibig sabihin, kung sinasabi natin kanina may mga guardian angels tayo, sila pala yung dapat nating tawagin to protect us, not to be deceived by those elementals, by those evil spirits.
Totoo, Father Joey, especially kung nagkakasakit tayo, again, we can call on our guardian angels to help us.
Opo.
Kakasakit, may mga problema, nabibigatan, umiiyak, may mga concerns, we can always call on the guardian angels.
Tama bang mas matakot tayo sa mga fallen angels na to?
Dapat hindi tayo matakot, Father Joey, kasi tinalo na sila ng Panginoon. Kasi natatakot tayo sa kanila kasi baka saktan nila tayo.
Opo.
Pero kung nasa tamang tayo, tamang pamumuhay, tamang pagmamahal sa Diyos, ay wala pong dapat ikatakot dahil we are protected by the embrace of the Lord. Through the church, the 7 sacraments, the way we live our life of faith in the Lord and in the church, we are protected. Pero, yun na nga yung nasabi natin yung last episode, kung bukas tayo sa kasalanan, sa mga trauma, sa occult practices or third eye, then yun yung magiging entry point ng mga kaaway natin. Sinasabi palagi natin ito, Father Joey, na ang kaaway, ang mga demons, ay para silang Doberman,
Opo.
Talagang, matindi, nakakatakot.
Opo.
Pero, may talikala na sa leeg
Opo.
at tinali na sa Panginoon sa kanto, sa wall. So long as we maintain our distance, like for example 5 meters away from them, kasi 5 meters yung talikala, yung kadena, we are safe. But if we go near them within 5 meters, ay talagang masasaktan tayo nila. Oo. Kaya we have to keep away from them. And instead of them, we keep our attention on the Lord through the help of the guardian angels. There's nothing to fear kasi with God, we are to love, we are to trust Him.
Na talagang naalala ko yung sinasabi ni Father Winston Kabading,
Opo.
yung Dominican na exorcist na nakasama natin, no?
Yes.
Sa isang episode natin, na talaga palang kailangan nating maunawaan yung tinatawag nating spiritual world.
Totoo, Father Joy, kasi kasama natin yung mga spiritual realities. They cannot seen by the eyes, but they are there. They are around us.
At yung mga sacraments ng ating simbahan, pati na yung ministry ng exorcism na ito.
Totoo.
Yung lahat na talagang ginagamit na ng simbahan, yung mga treasures niya, para
Yes.
hindi tayo matakot.
Yes, kumpleto po ang Katolikong simbahan, Father Joey, sa mga biyaya upang maiwasan natin ang mga bagay-bagay na ito, including exorcism and deliverance, no? Including this, oh, God is so good. He has gifted us with so much. Yung sa atin na lang is to use all of these to understand, come to understand, and use all of these gifts of the Lord for His honor and glory and for our salvation then, Father Joey.
At talagang mas mapalalalim pa natin yung talakayang ito sa susunod nating segment, Bishop, with Father Jose Sequia.
Yeah, with Father Joseph Sequia. Opo, oo.
Mapapalalim po natin yung pinag-usapan natin ito. Bishop, no? Talagang masarap ang pag-uusap natin ngayon. Ano po yung final word niyo sa segment ito?
Ang masasabi ko lang ay ito, ang gospel po natin ngayon is about the Annunciation.
Opo.
And angels are real. Angels are real. In fact, so sa ngayong gospel, si Saint Gabriel.
Opo.
And in fact, si Saint Michael naman in 1917, Our Lady of Fatima, yung pagpapakita ni Mama Mary sa Fatima sa 3 bata, di ba?
Opo.
There was an angel of peace who appeared to the 3 children and taught them prayers and gave them communion.
Opo.
And we always say that this angel of peace is none other than Saint Michael. So in other words, angels are with us. Saint Michael, Saint Gabriel, and all our guardian angels. Kaya po, wag po nating sabihing sayangin ang regalo na ito ng Panginoon. Mahal tayo ng Panginoon, and one of the proof is that each one of us, kahit hindi Katoliko, kahit hindi nananampalataya, kahit ibang relihiyon, we are given angels. So, nasa sa atin na lang yun kung gagamitin natin ito so that we could be interceded with, we could be helped by these angels of the Lord, get near and near to the Lord Himself through the church.
Maraming salamat po, Bishop Marvin Maceda.
Maraming salamat, Father Joey. Act of consecration to the Immaculate Heart of Mary. O Mary, Virgin most powerful and Mother of mercy, Queen of heaven and refuge of sinners, we consecrate ourselves to thine Immaculate Heart. We consecrate to Thee our very being and our whole life, all that we have, all that we love, all that we are. To Thee we give our bodies, our hearts, and our souls. To Thee we give our homes, our families, and our country. We desire that all that is in us and around us may belong to Thee, and may share in the benefits of Thy motherly benediction, and that this act of consecration may be truly efficacious and lasting. We renew this day at Thy feet the promises of our baptism and our first Holy Communion. We pledge ourselves to profess courageously and at all times the truths of our holy faith, and to live as befits Catholics who are duly submissive to all the directions of the Pope and the bishops in communion with him. We pledge ourselves to keep the commandments of God and His Church, in particular, to keep holy the Lord's Day. We likewise pledge ourselves to make the consoling practices of the Christian religion, and above all, Holy Communion, an integral part of our lives, insofar as we shall be able to do so. Finally, we promise Thee, O glorious Mother of God and loving Mother of men, to devote ourselves wholeheartedly to the service of Thy blessed cult, in order to hasten and assure, through the sovereignty of Thine Immaculate Heart, the coming of the kingdom of the Sacred Heart of Thine adorable Son, in our own hearts and in those of all men, in our country and in all the world, as in heaven, so on earth. Amen.